Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday, if I haven't seen you already today. I really hope you're good. I've been very busy this morning already and literally just come off of a 2-hour Zoom meeting with my external verifier at Active IQ. But today I am doing a gentle fitness Pilates. This is half an hour of gentle fitness Pilates designed for anybody who has had a hysterectomy or any instructors who teach clients who've had a hysterectomy. So hopefully you are going to enjoy this, but this also could be applied for anybody who's had any type of abdominal surgery or any surgery at all, or anyone returning back to exercise after being ill, after being poorly. So it'd work for clients who've come back after having COVID as well. So this is going to be very gentle in its approach, and hopefully you're going to enjoy this. I'm going to put a little bit of music on in the background. Nothing too loud, nothing too hectic. Something quite chilled. And hopefully, gang, that sounds okay. So if you're joining me today, let me know if you are here on the live. And let me know if the music's okay and the sound is okay, and we are going to get going. Okay, gang. So one of the things that we want to focus on with regards to anyone returning back after having a hysterectomy is we categorically do not want to do any kind of curl up positions. We don't want to put any pressure going down into the pelvic area, which may cause prolapse. So we want to focus on keeping in kind of almost a bit more of a sagittal plane perspective, keeping that head down as much as possible. What we also want to do is focus on really homing in on this lateral breathing and thinking about alignment of our positioning, because that's going to really help to get these muscles to knit back, which have been obviously cut and possibly stitched. So I'm going to get you to place your feet under your hip bones. Maybe you want to stand a little bit wider if that feels more comfortable for you. That's absolutely fine. But evenly distribute your weight between the right and the left foot. Try not to have kind of too much weight on one side or the other. To tension into the muscles, not the joints. We don't need to lock the knees. And then pelvis comes into neutral spine. Make that a gentle tilt forward and back, especially if there's any discomfort there in the pelvic area. And we're going to stay all the way forward, point A, all the way back, point C. We're going to find our point B, somewhere in between. We lengthen then up through the top of the head, grow tall, shoulders come up, down and away from your ears. Body is lovely and long. We're going to really focus, like I said, on this lateral breathing, this diaphragmatic breath. So if you did the Fitness Pilates breath work with me this morning, we're going to reiterate all of those things. Place the hands on the rib cage. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose or the mouth. What I want you to do is really think about that breath. Hey, Wendy. As you're breathing in, you're feeling your ribcage expand against your hands. And as you breathe out, you feel your ribcage move away from your hands. The lateral breathing really helps, again, with any clients or anybody who's got diastasis recti, as well as any abdominal surgery, any pelvic surgery, helping to knit back and regain that muscle strength. So I want you to inhale, let the abdominal muscles relax slightly, and then I want you to exhale and let them firm, but I want you to think about them being pulled across to hip, all the way across around big widthways. Breathe in, relax slightly, and breathe out and engage. From here, we're going to relax the arms. And I want you just to gently drop the head, chin to chest. Look up to the ceiling, open the mouth. So everything today is very gentle. I want you to listen to your body, do exactly what feels good for you. And like I said, we're not going to do anything that's going to put any pressure coming down into the pelvis. So there'll be no head lifts, there'll be no twisting. And there'll also be no excess abdominal pressure coming from a plank position or anything like that. So it's really kind of back to basics. Take the head over to the right, feel the stretch in the neck. Roll the head down and round, over to the other side. Let that shoulder drop. A lot of women suffer with tension in the neck and shoulders, especially after surgery. Well done. Head down, chin to chest, roll the shoulders back. So we're coming up to the ears and back down, loosening that off. Perfect. The head comes up and we stay with our shoulder roll. Big circles. Be aware of how that feels. If it feels okay for you, take the right hand to the right shoulder. Now you might want to rotate forwards. That's absolutely fine. Or stay with the rotation backwards. You can keep the hand on the shoulder or you can extend the arm. So whichever works for you. One more. Release and change sides. Round we go. So again, you can stay with a hand on the shoulder or you can fully extend that arm if that works for you here. Really well done. Now gentle lift up with the right arm and then down, then with the left arm. So we're going to stay very much in sagittal plane today. We're going to take no twisting. Good work. We don't want to put any excess strain coming through the body just yet. Really nice and gentle. Well done. Now release from here. Bring the arms forwards and then open back. Start to curl through the back. Just gently drop the head, chin to chest. Light bend on the knees as you do so. In. Well done. Good work. Relax the arms and then pedal through the feet. Just a gentle heel raise. So nothing too crazy. Keeping it really gentle today. Feel free to hold on to a wall or a chair. We're going to bring your right leg forward. I'm going to point and flex my foot. So taking a moment here just to release the ankle. Now rotate the ankle whenever you're ready. Go round the other way. We then release and we change sides. Now I know for some people, especially if you had your hysterectomy maybe within sort of like the last 6 to 8 weeks, rotate the ankle. Standing on one leg could be quite uncomfortable. So just be aware of that. And if it doesn't feel good for you, you don't do it. We're going to take that right foot forwards and back. I'm stopping in between. So just taking your time. Little squeeze on the muscles in the bottom. Starting to regain that strength there. Well done. And then take that foot out and in. Just nice and gentle, not too big a movement, not opening up the pelvis too much. Well done. Give me 2 more. Go back to your little pedal push. So I did do an instructor help video about hysterectomies as well. So if you are an instructor, make sure you tap into that one and listen to that under the hashtag instructor help videos. We're going to take that left foot, forwards and back. So just starting to warm up through the hip. These hips might be tight. So taking your time, little tap, staying in contact with the floor. Perfect. We're going to take the leg to the side, out, in. Well done. Give me 4 more. 3, 2 to go. Perfect. Pedal push through the feet, come to the back of your mat. From here, I'm going to drop my chin to chest. Roll gently forward, but place my hands on my thighs. And then come into that lovely back stretch here, supported. Little cat stretch, lift and lower. Just tucking the pelvis under, be aware of how that feels into the back. Good work. You're going to come all the way down to the floor. Take your time, bring your hands down first. Drop down into the knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to take a gentle cat to cow. Tuck the head under, tuck the bottom under, and then extend through the spine, lengthen the abdominals. Inhale, head and neck dangles down. Exhale and release. Well done. One more. Round up and release. We sink back, opening up the knees and just allowing the hands to come forward. Head comes down, we relax the back, use the breath. Slowly taking the hands over to one side, other hand on top, just stretching gently through the waist. You can open up the hips as wide as you wish. Change that over to the other side whenever you're ready. Again, just holding here wherever feels comfortable. And then bringing it back to center. We're slowly coming up onto all fours. We're going to come into Superman, but at a really gentle level. So I want you to focus on your back being lovely and long. Extend through your spine. We're going to keep the hands still for the moment, and I just want you to stretch one leg back. Bring that back in, under the hip bone, and then exhale and stretch the other leg. Think about your lateral breathing as you do this. So as you slide that leg away, we want to breathe out. Feel that band around your waist tighten slightly as you push the leg away. Good work. So nice and smooth, just stretching that leg away. Little flex on the foot if you can. Inhale, exhale and press. You rest anytime you need to. We're going to keep the legs still. We slowly reach one hand forward. So as you do this, try not to lean back. I want you to stretch your fingertips along the floor. Bring it back, focusing on this lovely long spine. So you don't need to come out of alignment here. Now, if that hand feels okay, and everything feels okay within you, we're going to take it along the floor and we're going to lift it up to the side of our head. Bring it back to the floor and then back underneath the shoulder. So reach the fingertips away, lift up, lower down and come back. Super slow, super controlled. So just reaching the fingertips, lifting the hand up, taking your time, no change in the back, no change in the waist. Visualize a glass of water just staying onto your back. Perfect. Leave the hands alone. Come back here into that leg. And then bring it back. So we're going to slide away. Now, if that leg feels okay and you feel okay within you, see how it feels to slide the leg away and then just a gentle lift up, squeezing the muscles in the bottom. If that's too much, you keep that leg down. Inhale, exhale. Be aware of your weight distribution, that you're not leaning onto your supporting side. Good work. Little squeeze in the muscles in the bottom. Doing really well. I'm going to do one more. Inhale, exhale. Perfect. Let's release the back, stretch back as far as that feels good for you. And then you're going to come down into the floor. Lay onto your tummy as long as that feels okay. Hands under your forehead. I want you to relax the rest of the body, but start to get a sensation that you're trying to lift your abdominals away from the floor. As you do this, you're going to do a little squeeze on the muscles in the bottom at the same time. And then a gentle swim leg. Lower down. Inhale, exhale, and swim the other side. So just keeping the rest of the body nice and relaxed. We're putting awareness into the tummy muscles, trying to regain those neuromuscular pathways from the brain down into these core muscles. I want you to squeeze the muscles in the bottom as you lift the leg, flex the foot to help that. Staying with your breath. Inhale, exhale, lift. Well done, no rush. So this is working the muscles in your lower back as well as your bottom. Well done, press. And then push back, release, well done. So taking that little release for you. Perfect. I'm going to bring you round and we're going to lay down onto the floor. Now gang, if you want to, feel free to place something behind your head as you lay. And I want us just to really think about, again, this position. Do we need to open the feet a little bit wider? Do we need to have them wider here? That's absolutely fine. Find your neutral spine as you lay. And we're going to focus again on that lateral breathing. So breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose or the mouth, and feeling that connection with your breath and your body. As you exhale, you're feeling that tightening up through the tummy muscles. We're going to keep that awareness. Slowly sliding one leg away from you. Just keep it in contact with the floor. And then slide it back, only taking it as far as it feels good for you. I want you to inhale to prepare. Exhale as you slide away. Inhale then as you come back. Exhale as you slide away. As you slide that leg away, we're feeling the tightening of the tummy muscles, getting that engagement there. Really nice and super slow. Anytime you need to rest, feel free. You can hug your knees into your chest anytime that feels good for you. If you know you're holding tension in your chest and you want to open your arms wide like a scarecrow, palms up, please do. Otherwise, they can stay by your side, or you can hold on to the tummy muscles. Come back to your neutral spine again. Take a moment to just home in here. I'm going to take my right knee, open it out to the side. Inhale, exhale, and close that knee. The other leg doesn't move, so the other leg stays still, and it's just a gentle opening. Now the knee drop is putting a little bit more strain on these pelvic floor muscles, starting to get them to fire, and again improve those neuromuscular pathways. But also this knee drop helps to release tension in the pelvis, tension in the hip, opening that to the side. Inhale, exhale, bringing it back. You don't have to go all the way out, just as far as that feels comfortable for you, or as far as you can go, staying with good alignment, so that your other leg stays still, that hip bone stays down into the ground, it's not moving. If you find that that opposite hip starts to rise, or the leg starts to move, you're probably going a little bit too far. So just bring it back in. Well done. Coming back, finding that neutral spine position again. You might need to release your back, just gently hugging one knee in to start. Let that lower back release. And then coming over onto the other side. So I want you to really listen to your body for this next one. Do what feels right for you. Find that neutral spine position. Tap into our breath. And the next time you exhale and you feel those abdominal muscles tightening slightly, we're going to float one leg just up to tabletop. We lower down and then we float the other leg up. If it doesn't feel good to fully lift all the way up from the floor, feel free just to lift up the heel. So a gentle lift. Doesn't have to be too high in any way, shape or form. Inhale, exhale. So with hysterectomy, especially in the sort of first 6 to 12 months, we really need to be speaking to the clients, if we're an instructor, on a one-to-one basis, asking them how they're feeling constantly. In the first sort of from 6 weeks, they won't be coming to class for 6 weeks. They probably won't get clearance to exercise till 12 weeks, to be completely honest. But in those first kind of initial first stages of coming back to exercise, we really want to focus on just improving these neuromuscular pathways again. They might not be able to feel the abdominals tighten because essentially a lot of those muscles have been cut. So making sure that they don't work too hard too soon. Staying in sagittal plane. Staying back to basics. No planks, no head lifts, no twists. Well done, one more. Good work. Feet come down. We're going to go a gentle pelvic tilt. Lift under and then release back down. Inhale, exhale. We're going to tilt under, then release. So it's a very, very gentle pelvic tilt, lifting up and then releasing through. Only if it feels good for you. You can come up a little bit higher into the mid-back and then lower down. So you're really curling through the pelvis, tucking under, working through the lower back and then working through that mid-back. You feel the muscles in the bottom engaging. You may feel your pelvic floor kicking in here. That's absolutely normal and fine. Have the legs as wide as you need them to be. Little tuck under. Inhale, exhale. So I'm not coming up fully, just into that mid-back section. Then rolling and articulating down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take a gentle hug of one knee, pull it in. Circle the ankle round. Loosen up. Go the other way when that feels good for you. And then change sides. Inhale, exhale. Perfect. We're going to lay onto our side. From here, feel free to put something under your head. We're going to have our knees together, our feet together. If you want to, you could have a cushion in between the knees as well. Be comfortable. Reaching the top arm forward. We're just going to come back to a gentle pull, bow and arrow position here. Now, I know I said no twisting, but this is just a gentle release. So we're not essentially working the abdominals. We're just going to allow tension to go from our chest, our shoulder, and our back. So listen to your body, and if it feels good for you, feel free to come into that open door position, just coming back as far as that feels good for you. Then coming back and forward, inhale, exhale. Maybe you prefer to go round the top of the head into that rainbow and then reverse that and go back the way you came. Letting the tension go from the chest, shoulder and the back. I'm going to take one more. Well done. Slowly bringing yourself up. We're going to come over onto the other side. So again, feel free to have something under your head. Wherever you feel comfortable. Bringing those arms forward. Inhale, exhale, and just a gentle opener. Really listening to your body. Stay with the bow and arrow position if that feels good for you. Knees stay together, feet stay together. You're not twisting through the hips. You can come into that open door if that feels good for you. And remember, you can have something in between the knees. Maybe you want to come into that full rotation round. Just wherever that feels good for you. I'm going to take one more. Inhale, exhale, roll. Perfect. Slowly coming back round onto all fours. From here, rolling up through the back. And then release again. Inhale, exhale, lift. Opening up the knees as wide as that feels comfortable. Let's sink back. Walk the fingers along the floor. Again, taking the hands over to one side of the room, other hand on top, head down low. Inhale, exhale, change sides when you're ready. and then bring it back to center. Slowly bringing the hands back towards the feet. Turn the toes under and you're going to come up slow. Rolling the shoulders at the top. So standing tall, I'm coming back to my lateral breath. Body lovely and long, hands again can come to the rib cage. So we focus, breath in, breath out. Retraining those muscles, breath in, breath out. So really being aware of that. Breathing in, feeling the rib cage expand towards the hands. Breathe out, feel it coming back inwards. We relax the arms, take a breath, inhale. Breathe out, down to prayer pose, and think about your posture. Everything comes back into alignment for you. Breathe in. As we breathe out, grow taller from the top of your head. Spine lengthens, shoulders away from the ears. One more time, inhale. As we exhale, pelvis back into neutral. Well done. Take the right arm above the head and the left. Right hand forward and the left. Right palm in and the left. Give yourselves and each other a superb round of applause. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that gentle class. Obviously, that was geared more to clients with hysterectomy. If you are a participant who's had a hysterectomy, hopefully that felt good for you. If you're an instructor, so really go back to watching that instructor help video of all the kind of do's and don'ts, but to reiterate with fitness Pilates, especially if they're kind of in their first stage back, you want to make sure they're staying in sagittal plane, no twisting through the pelvis, no abdominal twisting, working the abdominals, no head lifts, crunches, nothing like that at all. Give everything right back to basics, and certainly no planks. Be careful with squats and having the pelvis really wide, because you don't want prolapse to happen. I had a client who had a hysterectomy, and then after that hysterectomy, she went back to doing a boot camp, which wasn't with me. The boot camp instructor didn't know the do's and don'ts with hysterectomy, and unfortunately, that client was made to do things like burpees, planks, squats, and that client then ended up with a prolapse. That client then ended up coming back to me, and I wish she'd never left me, because she would never have had to experience all of those things. So kind of making sure that you're working with these clients on a more one-to-one, small group process. Thank you so much. Thanks, Wendy. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Bless you. It was day 8 of her COVID, so hopefully that felt okay for you as well. And like I said, designed just to kind of anybody who is recovering from anything. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget, if you haven't listened to Jason's talk about effective strength training, home in on that one. And also Jason will be live at 6:30 tonight doing barbell technique. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon.